A very warm welcome to you from the Languages Department at Wangels. We're a team of 7 teachers and we offer GCSE courses in French, German and Spanish. Our students follow the AQA specification and lessons are taught by subject specialists in our dedicated language classrooms. We hope that you find the information in this presentation useful and informative. And please rest assured that if you have any questions or you want to discuss anything further, please don't hesitate to contact us, and contact details are at the end of the presentation. We really look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.
The GCSE courses in French, German and Spanish are all structured in a very similar way. They are based on familiar topics and concepts which we build and develop from Key Stage 3 work, and everything is focused on reading, listening, speaking and writing. And that's exactly the same as at Key Stage 3, and each of those skills is worth 25% of the GCSE qualification. And the style of assessment will be something that the students are really familiar with. In the listening and the reading, it'll be a series of true or false questions, or choose the correct bits of information. There'll also be an element of translation, and again students are very familiar with that through our lessons and also through our assessment. The writing exam, again, is very similar to the tasks we ask students to complete in their best workbooks, and that's why we do that, so that even at the start of the GCSE course the students are familiar with a 90-word question, for example. The speaking exam will be newer for students, but again we always tell them that it's nothing to worry about. It will be carried out with your class teacher, someone who you're really familiar with, and students will also nominate their chosen topic, the topic that they absolutely definitely want to talk about in the exam. And actually that exam, the speaking exam in its entirety, only lasts for between 10 and 15 minutes, so it's a very short amount of time. The reading and listening exams, each of those lasts from between 40 minutes to an hour. And in the writing exam, the maximum number of words that a higher student would have to write is 240. So hopefully that's allowing you to see how manageable and straightforward our assessments are. Another really big difference to some of your other subjects and the other options is that the exams are tiered. So we will have some students will sit the foundation papers and some students will sit the higher papers. And that's really important because it makes sure that students are sitting the exam that will enable them to get the best mark possible. The Languages Department here at Wangels is very well resourced for all 3 languages at GCSE. Lessons are taught in our language-specific classrooms, which have interactive whiteboards and speakers. But we also have a lot of support we can offer your child outside of the lessons. So in terms of internet resources, we actually provide access to the textbooks online through Caboodle, and we use Caboodle in a really interactive way, setting work through it, allowing students to practice and consolidate their learning. Students also have access to Linguoscope, which is another way for students to prepare and practice their vocabulary and so on.
We sometimes get asked, Well, why should we carry on with our French, with our German, with our Spanish? How is it relevant to me, and why should I choose it as one of my options? Well, at Wangels, we're really passionate about languages, and we think that it's really important to encourage as many of our students as possible to carry on with their study of a language at GCSE. And it's a common misconception that learning a language is only relevant for you when you're on holiday, and if you're not going to visit that country, well then why should you study the language? But in fact, the benefits of learning a language are vast. It's not just about using that language when you're in the country. Our GCSE students are really good communicators. They're really resilient and adept in a whole range of different situations. They're used to talking, they're used to interacting, they're used to presenting. And they have really good, really strong interpersonal skills as a result. Also, they're really open-minded and they enjoy learning about a different culture and all the other parts of learning a language beyond the classroom. Furthermore, learning a language actually improves our knowledge of our own home language, our native tongue. And research has shown that students who study a language can actually improve their cognitive abilities, their cognitive development. They have better thinking skills, greater memory, they find it easier to remember things and recall things. They also develop a much stronger awareness of their own language. And finally, a language's GCSE, be it French, German or Spanish, is part of the EBAC suite of subjects. And it's an impressive and sought over qualification. And so we really think that there are so many important reasons why you should carry on with your study of French, German or Spanish.
So as a final goodbye and thank you from me, I hope you found this information useful, and please do contact us here at the school if you have any questions at all about the GCSE, its content or so on. If you email any questions to me on my email address, which you have in front of you there, I can send them off to the relevant language as appropriate. Thank you very much for your time.